Well, good morning, everyone. Your captain speaking. I'm back. I feel a whole lot better. Thanks for being patient in my absence. TKD, Jason P, Sandy, Wandy, good to see you. Kevin Hawthorne, Seventh Son. Shout out to Seventh. Always got my back. I appreciate you, brother. Ben Bacon Bits, Piano Mom. How you guys doing this morning? Kristen Melinda. How's the weather in the Northeast? Peggy Dooley, SB, Jilbo Baggins, Plant Freak, Tara Smiling, Resin, and Matrix Rabbit. How you guys doing? Tara Smiling, Jennifer Lemke, I live for now. I like that name. Welcome. I don't know if I've ever said hello to you. Stand for truth. People can suck. They can also be awesome. Well, man, yeah, yesterday, I still don't feel 100. I don't know if it's allergies or where's Tommy? Where have you been, Lori B5058? Tommy hasn't been here in a while. But I imagine he's with Reese currently. Probably end up seeing them later today. I did not get the photo you sent, TKD. I haven't been on the computer at all yesterday, really, because I had this crazy headache yesterday, and it was just getting worse and worse. And then I turned the computer off, and I had this like crazy photo sensitivity, and like just the regular light coming in the window was like hurting my head. So I haven't looked at any emails or anything like that, TKD, but I will today. I feel a lot better. I do feel like there's some sort of drainage in the back of my throat. I don't have like a sore throat, but I feel like something's different in there. So I don't know if I'm 100. Reese brought me chicken noodle soup and electrolytes yesterday. So the healing power is real. Bless her heart. Yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm going to try to come up with a unique answer every time, Kristen, because it's a fun game. It's a fun game. We should dress him up like Waldo and have him do like cameos. I think my dad would look good in red and white stripes. One of those little pom-pom balls on the top. Yeah, so took the day off yesterday. I thought the evening got here and I thought, well, maybe I can do a show. And I fired the computer up and it friggin' hurt to look at. So I turned it off real quick. So yeah, I really don't know exactly what had happened. It might have been dehydration. It might have been staring at the computer too much. I wonder what the heck it was. I have not gone to the dentist yet, but my follow-up paperwork from the ER said 3 days or something. So I believe tomorrow I can go to, that reminds me. I gotta take these penicillins. I don't think I've ever, I don't really pay attention to antibiotics really, but this one has 500 milligrams of potassium with penicillin. And I eat a ton of bananas, and I was wondering what large amounts of potassium does. It's probably fine, right? I don't know. I should probably look it up. Dun, 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 dun. Mara says, you're too young to be falling apart, Spanx. Get you some sun, some vitamin D. I will, I promise. Got some plans today. So yeah, definitely gonna get the sun on me. I might jump in the pool a little. That's something I've been thinking about for a few days. I should go do that. But yeah, we'll play some games this evening probably. I'm gonna try and get my dad and Reese involved, but they probably are going to try and enjoy their vacation instead, which I would prefer. But it's hard to stop that man from working. So if he wants to come do some games, I'm gonna totally allow it. Totally allow it. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, I've been taking them every 6 hours, like it says. Last night I got out of bed to take one. Yeah, email me, TKD. Sober at my Yahoo. Yeah, I've been communicating with the ripples on Messenger because it's faster. If you don't have me on Messenger, will someone that has TKD on Facebook send my information over to her, please? Pretty please. Too much potassium can cause headaches. Imagine that. I feel like this is so convenient, Seven Son. Are you serious? Because I believe you, but man, would that be convenient? You know what I mean? I feel like that statement needs like a ... after, like, you doofus Mike. Why would you overdo potassium? That's what's causing your headaches, My favorite Kiss song just came on. Hey, Brazy Girl, good morning. Good to see you. Jilbo had to struggle last night not to use marijuana. My mom has been given a diagnosis of metastatic liver cancer, and she is 82 years old. Well, how did it turn out? Do you have a struggle with marijuana, Jilbo? I don't think we've ever spoken about what you've got going on in your life, so I don't know, I don't have context. Is marijuana something that you're trying to stay away from? You didn't use. Oh man, we're gonna bust this one out. Bust the Molesky out for Jilbo. Proud of you. I'm proud of you. I also, let's get some prayers for Jilbo's mom. Let's get some love and thoughts for Jilbo's mom. All right. It's probably not the most comfortable thing in the world having liver cancer. Good job, Jilbo. When the chips are down, we really find out who we are in a pinch. When the chips are down, the decisions we make may not define us, but they do make us up. That's awesome, Jobo. I'm stoked to hear that. And I love that picture. Yeah, love that picture. Dennis the Menace, hello. You did make it just in time. I was thinking that. I was like, is Lord Kiss Freak here? Has he been summoned or what? Love you, baby. Made you love me. Yeah, my voice is not good today. We're not going to sing. I have good days. I have really good days. And then most days I'm just a frog. I'm just croaking. Lord Kiss Freak told me that this is Gene Simmons' most hated song. I don't know if those are the right words, but he told me that Gene Simmons isn't a big fan of this one. I'm a 3-time cancer survivor, says Jilbo. Yeah, I tell you what, I think it's really cool that you bring this up. Jilbo says 3-time cancer survivor, so I've been using to help with pain, but trying to stay away from it because of the other legal prescriptions that I'm on. The other day on our 420 show, I was talking about how marijuana will interact with other things in your system. And when I was on risperidol and clonidine and ADHD stimulants, it would like give me full body hallucinations if I smoked enough, if I did enough. It would it would like throw my prescriptions into like overdrive, and all kinds of crazy stuff would start to happen. I think that's validating to know that other people have experienced something like that as well, because I feel like I'm the only one. It's rare that I run into someone that has a similar experience to that. So I think that, thank you for sharing that, Jobo. That means a lot to me. Dude, I feel a lot better, Mary Jones. Thank you so much. All I wanted to do yesterday was bring you chicken soup. I'm telling you what, Reese knocked on the door and she was like, "We got some soup." I was like, "Yeah." But it would have been cold by the time it got to you. It's the mama in me. I tell you what, she did bring me cold soup, but I think she bought it that way from Whole Foods or whatever. So I just heated it up real quick. I ate the whole dang thing. I had just eaten too. That shows how magic the mama chicken noodle soup was. Thank you for thinking of me, Mary Jones. I was having a hell of a time, but I'm back. I am back. You have a Japanese version of that song? Send it, bro. Send it. I like the Spanish version of Genie in a Bottle. I think that one's pretty hard, but different band. That's what we're here for, Jobo. I tell you what. I tell you what. Hey, Izzy, good to see you. Don't you love dancing around the house? If my place was more acoustically sound, I would jump and dance. Excuse me, a little more. I always feel like I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter. Everybody has the same walls and everybody has the same volume in their voice. So I guess I shouldn't be so worried, but hyper conscious of like the non acousticness of my setup. Damn, that came in quick, Lord Kiss Freak. That came in quick. I don't know. We should ask him because I had intended to leave the safe harbor alone after going over there and making a scene. So definitely not certain about that. We should ask him. I guess another question is, who is he removing, right? I know I probably shouldn't ask that question. It probably shouldn't matter, but I am curious. I wonder who his victims are, you know? Thank you very much, LKF. I will be turning that up to top volume. Maybe we can do a jam in the Discord or something. I'm actually not a part of that chat. I spoke with my dad and he was like, "You want to know something, Spanx? I was a part of that chat since the day that it started. I was in that chat till the day you took over the chair. So I don't know what they're talking about, but you deserve to be in that chat because it's your boat." And I was like, "Word, cool, noted." So I don't necessarily intend to be a part of that chat, but that was the boat's position prior. So I don't. I mean, I tend to feel like the thinking behind that is like to maintain control, but at the same time, like I don't feel threatened at all. I don't feel like I have the keys to the vote, you know what I mean? So I don't think that, like, I don't know. I don't need to be in every chat. I don't need to watch what's happening. Like, y'all are adults and you can do it all by yourself. I don't want to be in that chat. So I do also I would like it to be a safe place. So I do want to know what's going on with Jackson. So I'll ask him. We can ask him together even if you want. But I probably, hey Resin, if you want, man, reach out to me. Let me know what's going on. I'd love to talk to you. I hope things get better. Thank you, Izzy. It's good to be feeling better. I tell you what. Good luck with your kids, Peggy. I got to remember not to breathe on the mic. It's not very acoustic. Huh. And that was another thing. Like, I'm not in the Facebook group, like I am, but I don't really frequent over there. I have a couple mods that are that I trust to kind of, I don't know, yeah, moderate over there. So I don't know. I kind of like the idea of there being a chat for the Facebook stuff as well. So I don't know what's going on with a whole like section of our apparatus here. So I probably need to be involved to the level of where I know what's going on over there, right? Maybe I just need to ask for updates from my peoples over there. I don't know. But I am realizing right now that not being involved in Facebook at all keeps me in a position of not knowing. I also am not a huge fan of Facebook, Jobo, but it just so happens that we have it as a piece of our connection machine here, and if I ignore it, then I don't think that's very good. Thank you for saying that, Brazy. I'm sure it's doing just fine, but like as far as in relation to the safe harbor chat, like I feel like I'm not informed. The question came up why Jackson is removing people from the chat, and I don't know. But also, don't we trust Jackson? Isn't that the whole deal? Isn't that why he has a wrench? I don't want to be second guessing my mods all the time. I just want to like let them loose. You know what I mean? If I can't trust a mod, I'll probably just take their wrench away, and then hopefully like they don't take it too hard or whatever. But the whole idea with the mods is that I take a step away and like they can just do their thing. You know, because yeah, like I said, y'all are adults and we all have our own unique opinions and perspectives or whatever, but I think we all have a common goal and we all want to see it done. So I think that kind of brings us together and enables me to not look down everyone's neck, which would drive me nuts. I couldn't do it. There has to be an element of let go for sure for me. This is an apartment, Mara. This is an apartment, but I've got neighbor there, neighbor below, and then there's neighbors all the way down. Yeah, Becky Jean says it works for some of us. Yes, it does. And it does serve a certain purpose. Like Facebook, I think is really good for events, for like bringing communities together. When I was in Salt Lake, I didn't have to talk to my friends. I would know what was going on by my Facebook activity. I would get invited to all the events. I knew what was going on all the time just because I was friends with all my friends on Facebook. Um, but yeah, I thought that's a pretty sweet function of it. And then Messenger is cool because it's not your phone number, but it works like a phone. I like that a lot too. I'll probably turn this song down if I don't want to have to contest it again. The other day when we did the stay, oh darn, now I can't remember the second word. We did a show with Conversation with Christy, and the intro of it was just me zoned out, listening to music, messaging Izzy, I believe. That song that was playing got flagged by YouTube, so that video was like temporarily taken down, saying like citing copyright. But I haven't gone back and looked at it, but it's got to be like 20 seconds or less of the song, dude. And fair use, like it falls under fair use because I didn't use the song in its entirety. Not only did I not use the song in its entirety, which is the wording in fair use law, but I used like 20 seconds or something like that. So that video should be 100% back to normal as soon as I put it up for review and they come back. But there is a chance that they say we don't care, which is stupid, but they can do that because they're the boss, right? YouTube's the boss. But it should be fine. Worst case scenario, we cut the intro off of it and put it back up. I just wanted to say that publicly so everyone knows. No sweat. That's how these things kind of go. Do you guys remember the Heat Miser song that my dad and Uncle Kurt did? Uncle Johnny did. They they left that one demonetized, I believe, because they liked the song so much. But they sung the song in its entirety, right? So that one ain't gonna fly. So I thought it was Self-Care was the title. Or maybe that's what I called it on my channel. All these parallel universes inside a computer are really weird. Really weird. I hope you're doing better, Brazy. I'm getting my brain together here. I forgot to ask you how you're doing. Hey, Scooby, good to see you. Been missing you. Tina Serlin. Conversations with Christy. Is that the name of the a movie? I don't remember. I used to watch it when I was a kid a lot, but I don't remember the name of it. He's Mr. White Christmas. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, if I like comment on it? Well, I don't think I did, which is unfortunate. In the future, I will. I would guess that's kind of like citing, huh? Like kind of like a little verbal bibliography. I did meet up with Reese. She knocked on my door and gave me chicken noodle soup and electrolytes yesterday. She hooked it up with that super dope grape mix. You know what I'm talking about? Super stoked on that. In fact, I'd like to say that it's directly a result of Reese's love and chicken noodle soup that I feel so much better today. How about that? Interesting. I wonder how that works. Donna says Aaron had an issue with YouTube taking down a stream. It was a JRE video reaction. Found out it was a third party for Spotify. Well, all of Joe Rogan's stuff is Spotify first. That's his contract with them. I wonder if that makes it so people can't react to him on YouTube. I know that there are channels out there that just do Joe Rogan clips, and they can't be run by Joe's team. There's no way. But some of them are like mighty professional. Like some of them are like they would like you to think that it's Joe if you don't think too much. And they're definitely monetized. They're definitely making money. So I'm sure that there's a way to react to a Joe Rogan video. It just might be non-traditional. The videos that I've seen that are up are just clips, and then you don't react, right? It's just you cut it and edit it how you want it, right? That's how I've seen it. I've also seen there's a guy, dang, now I can't remember what he's called, but he'll he'll edit a JRE episode and it'll be like Joe Rogan and Shane Gillis breathing for 15 minutes. And it's just all of the spots where they went like before talking, or like it's just all of their breaths, no words. Hilarious. Hilarious. I can't get enough of Joe Rogan breathing videos. I'm serious. We've got a problem. I'm telling you, go check it out. Go type in Joe Rogan breathing and tell me what comes up. Maybe you hate it. That's fine. It's super annoying. But when I first found it, it was like a train wreck. It was like when you see the train wrecking, you can't look away kind of thing. It was just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, the three of us, Tommy, Reese, and I, are supposed to go do something today. I wonder what we're going to go do. I spilled a bunch of water right here, and now my forearm's all wet. I typed in Joe Rogan breathing, and it's not coming up, so don't quote me, I guess. What the heck? Did they take it all down? I would be so sad. Well, that's a shame. That's a huge shame. I'll have to remember what the channel name is if I want to listen to this ever again. That's so unfortunate. While we're on the topic of Joe Rogan, I'm going to get off this topic immediately, but I thought the episode with Cat Williams sucked. Like they did it because there was all this hype, but there's hype and then there's hype. There's like the what am I saying? There's Mike Tyson versus Justin Gaethje or whatever. That's hype, There's Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao. That's hype. You know what I mean? Then there's Cat Williams on JRE. You know what I mean? And that fool was not funny at all. That whole episode, he's a comedian, right? He was in not his natural demeanor. I've never seen him act like that on an interview ever. It's like he's such a fake person, it feels like. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to throw stones at Cat Williams. I'm a huge fan, but I don't understand what the heck's going on. You know what I mean? I don't understand why it's weird. I don't understand why he was so I don't know why it was so weird, dude. Where's all this tension coming from between Joe and Kat? Dude, get over your friggin' self, bud. He also comes across to me like a really, really ego-driven individual, which is fine, whatever, to each their own. But I probably wouldn't have him in my circle acting like that. Wow, Dad trained with the Gracies, Mara. My dad did too. We used to play around on the trampoline and he would show me stuff. I can do a triangle, Kimura, armbar, can do some stuff. Some RNC. Rear naked choke. I don't know how to answer that, but Spotify is a pay-for service, and Joe Rogan has a contract with them. So if for some reason reacting on YouTube were to jeopardize or threaten or take slices of pie from that pie, you know what I mean? If they feel like it's taking money out of their pocket, they're probably not okay with it and have legal grounds to stop it. You know what I mean? But I don't really know, but I assume it's something like that. Oh, Jackson created the safe harbor. That's good to know too. Well, I think that, if that's what's going on, I don't necessarily think that that's supporting, I don't know. I'm sure that he has reasons for removing people, right? But I will say this. The moment the chat that's supposed to be safe feels unsafe, nobody's going to utilize it anymore, right? So I'll say this again. I've said it already. I think that y'all should create your own, a chat to talk about stuff safely. And then I don't know, don't tell me about it, or do tell me about it, and then I won't stick my fingers in there. I have to say again, one more time, I had to stick my fingers in there. It was it had to happen. Honestly, the last time we talked about this, I felt really bad. I was kind of crying, I really did a lot of thinking and sleeping on it, and I don't feel that bad anymore. It needed to happen. And what we talked about is only the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot going on. She will not be getting her wrench back. I did some serious soul searching and kind of felt stupid for feeling so bad. Cause I obsessed over that. It crushed me for almost a whole day. It bled through the night into the next day, and then I was sick, dude. So, but yeah, no, that needed to happen. I don't regret that. I definitely probably would have gone about it a little bit differently. I think that I definitely made my life hard with the way I handled it, but yeah, no, I do not regret sticking my fingers into the safe harbor and pulling someone out of it. So there's that. There you have it, folks. It wasn't just that this person was See, I used to watch my dad do this, and I used to think to myself, why do you do that? Who cares? I'm doing it. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe next time I won't. But yeah, it wasn't just this or just that. There was a myriad of things. There was a million friggin' things uh, that were going on with this person, and they didn't seem to be in support of the boat. So, which is weird because when we talked about it, I felt like I felt like she was hiding things from me. I felt like she was lying to me. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt because I have mad respect for this human, right? Come to find out, I am right. Like I've had this information the whole time. You just made me doubt myself, right? And I may have misinterpreted like the way it was said or something, but like regardless, it's still ill behavior. And not to mention a bunch of other stuff that's going on, right? So, but I don't necessarily believe in airing people's business out in public. I'm going to say that again. I don't necessarily believe in airing people's business out in public. So, that being said, like using a public chat as a private chat, you know what I mean? Like, I get like what you were going for there, but that's a public chat, with your friends, but also with a bunch of people. So, um, quit messaging me too. I'm not reading them. It's ridiculous. Let's be friends again. How about that? I mean, not necessarily, Ben. I see what you're saying, but I like the way that I confronted this person. I didn't just come out with the goods like, "Hey, someone said this. Is it true?" I was like, "Hey, tell me about so and so and what and that," and they were like, "Oh, it's just a chat." And I was like, "Do you think I should be a part of it? Is there anything going on in there you think I should be aware of?" She was like, "No, just people talking about groceries." And I was like, "Really? Well, maybe I should double down then since you're doubling down." But so I think it was less gaslighting and more misleading. Like she was so innocent, sounding that I started to second guess my conviction. Which I mean makes sense. The person in question is an angel, or I mean, I thought she was, I guess, and nothing against her. She's a great person, I'm sure, but I can't have those decisions being made by a wrench. It's wrong. It looks wrong. It sets the bad example, and that's how the boat gets cancer. That's how the boat gets cancer and dies. Sorry, that was probably triggering. I didn't mean to say that like that. I apologize. Thank you, Jason P. Jason says, poison is contagious and bad for the boat. You made the right choice. I appreciate that. It really was hard for me to accept that, like, I made the right choice. Like, in the moment, I knew I was doing the right thing. But as soon as it's done, you start second guessing yourself and doubting and feeling bad for yourself. And then you call your dad and he's like, don't feel bad. And you're like, "Bleh." It's just a vicious little, vicious little run. Everything's so much better now, Kristen. I just had to get a little bit more off my chest. Everything's super great. I just wanted to make sure that I explained properly about how that went down because it wasn't just one thing or two things. It was a bunch of stuff. It was a bunch of stuff. Thank you, Shannon Smith. Well, and that's another, I don't think I really need to talk about it all that much because most people probably don't know about it and it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. It's over. It's done. And the boat's better for it. So I think so too, Donna. Donna says if you're going to say something, you should stand up for your ideas. I agree. Lol, my doorknob. Oh, one of these. I also, I don't know what it is, but I have some crud on my screen. It's really irritating. Maybe I can get Reese to go plant shopping with me. That would be wonderful. Hey, Diary of a Ghost. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. We were just talking about stuff and things. Stuff and things. Please hold. Stuff and things. I did say plant brazy. I don't have a car and I don't want to like take a plant on the bus. So I'm going to need the help of the vehicle, right? So I think today's a great day because we have made plans, the three of us, my dad and Reese, to do some things. So maybe I can convince them to take me to the nursery. I don't think it'll take a whole lot of convincing. It's funny. You can the dynamic between them is hilarious. Reese is totally the boss. Where was that at, Green Flea? Was that up in Phoenix? That's so funny, TKD. That's also what I fail to do. Spank says, just an or TKD says, Spanks, just an insight. If you get plants, you have to water them. Apparently, that's what I fail to do. Yeah, it's going to be a learning curve, but my life will be better for it. Yeah, I don't want to be that dude holding up the ficus on the bus, man. The relatable plant. Lol. Lol. Absolutely, Mara. Mara says, your place looks nice. Sometimes our house reflects our inner self. When I'm depressed, I let the house go. I tell you what, and the reason it looks so nice is because Reese came over. You can't have Reese walking into a dirty house and then think you're like some dirty man, you know? Can't have that. Oh my gosh. I'm really excited to exercise today too. I like skipped it yesterday because I wasn't feeling good. Like I was getting ready to like go to the gym, and that's when I started to feel absolutely crummy. And I was like, "There's no way I'm going to the gym with this headache, right?" So I did, and that headache lasted the rest of the freaking day. Excuse me. Wow. Pardon me. I just really need to stretch, I guess. Oh my gosh. It's not nearly enough. I'm going to have to do a little sunrise salutation after this stream. Well, y'all, we'll probably do trivia this evening. Try and get my dad and Reese involved if I can. I had a plan for an evening show yesterday, and I believe it had to do with my current predicament. I can't remember what it is at this moment, but the show was writing itself in my head yesterday. So I'm sure I can find the inspiration for that to come back. We'll probably do that show this evening. I wonder what it was about. It had to do with my current situation. I don't know. I'll remember. But I guess we won't have that topic tonight then because we're going to have games. But tomorrow we'll keep it relevant and talk about what had just happened. But whatever I had planned to do last night is relevant, and we'll do tomorrow night. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll be doing 7. Monday, we're going to switch the PM show to 5 p.m. Pacific instead of 7. So wherever you are Monday, the evening show will be 2 hours before it normally is. So we're going to try that moving forward. It's going to be wonderful for me. I hope it's wonderful for all of you as well. I've talked to a few people that said it's going to work great for them. But in my experience, people know it's going to be good for them real early. But the people that don't know, like the people that it's going to be bad for, either aren't going to be paying attention until it is bad for them, or I don't know. I feel like there's a disparity in in communication versus positive and negative. So I think we'll get the negative communication after it switches. So we'll see who it's not working for real quick. You know what I mean? Dude, I can't wait to hang out with my dad and Reese and take a dip in the pool. I feel like these are two separate activities, though. I don't think they want to go to the pool. I'm glad to hear that, Brazy. Reach out to me if you need to, all right? I did see your messages. I don't think that I have responded yet, but I will, I promise. Is my antibiotic sun reactive? I don't know about that. It's penicillin, so it doesn't say sun reactive on it. In fact, there's no really warnings on here at all. It just says finish it all. You want to hear something else? They gave it to me before verifying infection. Pardon me, without verifying infection. That is 8 p.m. Eastern for Monday. Monday, our evening show, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, Mara. I appreciate you. Blake Reed, we have a celebrity in the house. I tell you what, dude, I was looking for a Saturday morning like thumbnail, and I saw that, and I was like, we're doing it. We're doing it. Even if it's just for me, I'm doing it. I'm glad that you also enjoyed that. Brings me back, I miss Saturday morning. The cartoons. That's right, Kristen. We cannot make 100% of the people happy 100% of the time. Mm-mm. Grooming and love bombing, surviving together. Interesting. 3 p.m. Eastern. I think that that's a great topic. I think intention is very important behind actions, right? And I bet you TKD explores that thoroughly at 3 p.m. Eastern tonight. Sweet deal, TKD. We'll get linked up, and if you want that streamed over here as well, we can make that happen. I feel like I wouldn't know what to say about grooming. I feel like I don't have any experience with it. Like I'm aware of it. Like I've read the news articles, you know what I mean? But I don't have any firsthand experience with grooming or being groomed, or not even third party. Like I haven't watched it happen. So it's interesting. I am excited to tune in and see what's in store. Taekwondo. I appreciate you doing that. That's pretty sweet. Thanks for letting us know too. I'll definitely go over there and catch it. Intention is everything, right? Thanks, Blake. I think you're the best too. So we could be the best, It's okay. Shire Kitty. Hey. I remember you. Glad you joined us. It's interesting, Kristen. This one says to eat on an empty stomach. That's the only thing it says. I forgot about that. Where does it say that? Take medication on an empty stomach 1 hour before or 2 to 3 hours after a meal, unless otherwise directed, which I was not. And I commented on it at the time. I was like, I've never seen that. Usually you want to take it with a meal. I took it with a meal once yesterday, and my stomach was upset. It was like I thought I had a different kind of sickness all of a sudden, but it passed quickly. I was like, oh, that must have been the antibiotics. Note to self: don't eat as you dose. Here's a link to Surviving Together to Taekwondo's channel for the grooming talk this evening, 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Now I feel like I got to check myself because I might just wreck myself with the wrong information. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Dune 2 is fantastic. I saw the first one in IMAX, and I saw the second one pirated on my computer. Mistakes were made. Huge difference. Huge difference. The cinematography and the musical score in the first one just were so legendary. And I can't tell in the second one because of the crappy version I watched. So if I ever like win the lottery or something, I'm totally gonna get an IMAX theater to watch movies on. I'll never have to like be without the largest screen known to man ever again, you know? Make a post for. I'm so behind in the chat. I can't remember what we were talking about. 7th, will you remind me? Oh, the new show times. Yes. You're way ahead of me, dude. You're like, I bet you he's going to ask this. Hell yeah. You're the man, 7th. I appreciate you. I will. I'll post on the Facebook, post on the Discord. We can post on here as well. I would like to integrate the website better, but it's hard to live update it at this time. Not because it's hard to do, but just because the way that scheduling and the way that it's all working out is just hard to get to that. So eventually, I'd like the website to be a more integral piece, but it might just be the face. It might not be anything super functional. It might just be where people land, right? So then everything we have is there, but it all links out to YouTube and Discord and Facebook. And, it's just kind of a hub. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That title sounds amazing. I've never heard of this. Blessed to Crochet says, I'm doing 8 p.m. hangout show, inviting those that want to come on the stream. 8 p.m. Eastern, so that's 6 p.m. my time, or pardon me, 5 p.m. my time. 5 p.m. Pacific. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, man, time is weird. That does work out well. So after the show, this show will start. Perfect. I still haven't looked at that calendar, Mary Jones. Not like it's difficult to look at. I just haven't. I'm sorry. I will look at it today. And the integration of it should be fairly simple. So we shouldn't need to bandy words so carefully about times and stuff moving forward. We might just be able to have it posted and direct people to it. That would be ideal, right? That's the idea, right? Hey, Barbie, good to see you. Good morning. I haven't had coffee the past few days because I've been waking up like so late. But this is my last monster, so definitely gonna have to get back to good coffee. My dad's been over here twice and hasn't brought that grinder. I need that grinder for my new coffee beans. Shout out to whoever sent me that coffee. I should know who brought me that coffee. I will figure out who brought me that coffee so I can thank them personally. Good morning, Barbie. Good to see you. Origins of the TTI at 4 p.m. Eastern today on Between the Cracks. I haven't seen Jen Marie in forever. I wonder how she's doing. Maybe I'll go check that out and say hello to her. Sweet Tea did send me the original coffee shipment. I don't know if she sent me the second batch. I believe whoever sent me the grinder sent me the beans. Here, just kidding. I cleaned up and moved all my stuff. It was on that table, but I cleaned it up. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere. somewhere safe. She's okay working a lot. Well, I definitely need to go show her some support this evening so she knows I got her back. Got to, you got to remind people sometimes that you love them. So you said 3 p.m., huh? I'm going to double check real quick, write it down, go check that out. Children of Dune has to be your favorite. I had a hard time making it through whatever the second one was. I can't remember what the second one was called, but all the political intrigue and stuff just bored me to death. I really wanted to get to the one where he becomes a god worm, but that's like book number 4 or something. Biggest Halo characters in the neighborhood. Dude. I am struggling to find the information that I'm searching for. So I appreciate you just looking at my quiet face while I do so. Origins of TTI 4 p.m. Eastern. So that's 1 p.m. my time. Let's write stuff down. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you for posting that. Thank you very much. I think it is so cool. Niconetics, everyone's losing subs. Everyone's losing subs. It's not just the boat. And we also are going through a big transition right now. So I'm sure that it looks a little wild for us, but it's not to be concerned with. The boat's going to be doing just fine. We have, somewhere between 50 and 100 people on every live pretty consistently. This is the morning show, and we have 70 people. I don't think we're in any danger. We have a core group. We're doing new things. We're branching out. We're moving. We're expanding. The community is honestly tighter than it's ever been. I feel like, barring some incidents, some outliers, right? But yeah, I don't think that the sub count belies the actual activity. And what's cool is not only are we going through this rough transition, right? Shaking things up quite a bit. But also the YouTube thing, that whatever's going on with the algorithm is happening to everybody. But also my dad's putting up all these cat videos to try and help offset my views and stuff while we make this transition. And the numbers, regardless, just look down, down, down. But I don't know why they look that way, because it's just fine. It is just fine. It's turning out just fine. It's coming out just fine in the end, in the wash, so to speak, right? I don't know how it exactly works, but it looks scary as hell. But I try not to look at it. I try to just show up here every day and do my thing, because at the end of the day, the amount of subscribers, the amount of views, the monetization, none of that stuff is actually important to me. It's only important to me in the sense that it facilitates the goal. And the goal is to provide a safe space for people to come together and connect 24/7 all over the world. To not ever have the question, where's a meeting that I can go to right now? Not to ever have the question, or the statement, I wish I could connect with someone right now. That should never be in the vocabulary. We should just be able to go somewhere, right? So I try not to look at the things that are there to distract me, right? Which are the numbers and all that stuff, even though they're informative, right? It's good data, but the boat's still boating. The boat's still boating, and the goal remains the same. And if 5 people were here, I would do it just the same. It would hurt my pride, but I would do it just the same, because that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that this thing keeps cruising. Oh, that was a rant. I have to go back and read now. Well, I appreciate your comments, Niconetics. I think that you have good insight. So I appreciate you. was told there would be no math. Well, I tell you what, I'm really good at math, but I also hate it. So we're gonna try to not do math. I don't know. I was thinking about bubbles and parkour the other day, and I was thinking, man, I should get some kittens or something. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. The thing is, like, I don't want, like, I hate, like, when, I don't know, maybe I should choose my words carefully. I hate some other people's pets. You know what I mean? Not all pets. I love animals. I love pets. But the dynamic of pet and owner, I was going to say human, but I'm going to say owner for this for this application, um, is super bothering to me. The relationship between pet and owner bugs the crap out of me in a lot of cases. I don't ever want to be an example of that relationship that is so bothering to me. I don't ever want the pet to run the house. Like, it's not the pet's house, it's my house. And you're an animal, I will get rid of you. Like, I can be very, very cold. So I think that I have taken my time in making that decision because I don't necessarily want to be in those positions. You know what I mean? I would love to just love my animal and it all work out and blah, blah, blah. But like, I am the superior creature. I am the alpha male. And the second that this animal is going to like run the show, I don't need it. I don't like that. That bothers me a lot. People don't pick up their dog poop. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just there's a whole, I have trauma with pets, I think is what the deal is. I definitely wouldn't want a cat marking stuff up. I definitely wouldn't want like cat hair all over my stuff. I don't want all of my clothes to be like the cat's clothing. You know what I mean? So like, I like the idea of having pets, but the actual application is super, super irritating to me. So I don't think that I thought maybe I won't get one, you know? But, if Bubbles and Parkour were right here, I would be the happiest man alive. I really would. I really would. We could get a toy cat in a basket. We could. Maybe my sister will send me, well, that reminds me, I need to send my sister her birthday gift today, which was like days and days ago, 5 days ago. I'm so late. Fostering, I think, would end up in the same way. I just wouldn't keep them. There would just be like there would be animals that need special love and care, right? So they're troubled probably. They probably have some trauma if I'm fostering, right? And then also, so there's a continuous stream of different hair and different pollens and allergens coming into my house. I don't think that that's good. A robot cat, though, send it. I would love to foster SP. I think that that's a great idea. I just like for this application, like so it wouldn't serve any of our purposes. I would just be fostering animals, you know what I mean? Which is beautiful. But I mean, it would bring more problems than just owning one for sure. Hearing me talk about animals like that for the first time is probably shocking to some of you. I apologize if I have alarmed you. I love animals. I just have qualms with like what comes along with them, you know? It's like totally leads me back to like relationship stuff. I think one of the reasons I didn't end up shacked up early and having kids right out of high school and stuff and like having a family, like the reason I'm 32 and perpetually single is because things bother the crap out of me and I'm not willing to settle. You know what I mean? Like I am willing to compromise, right? We can meet in middle ground, but you know what I mean? Like if you come with a pet, now like that decision has been made for me. You know what I mean? Which is cool. Most of the girls that I've dated historically have been pet owners. Most of the people on the planet historically pet owners, like at least in this country. So I also don't think that's saying a whole lot, but yeah, I think that there's definitely some overlap in why I don't have a pet and why I don't have a girlfriend. But again, I mean, some of that's probably pride and ego and, self-centeredness. There's probably some stuff to work through there. It's good to be aware of. Yeah, Cedar's birthday was on the 22nd. I'll tell her you said a happy birthday. Very responsible thinking young man. Thank you, Tampa. I tell you what, I think this way because I have been homeless, I've been without, I have been a reckless decision maker most of my life. And I've also woken up and been like, how did I get here about a million times? So I'm done with that. I am done with that. I'm telling you what, it's like having kids on a whim, except not as bad, right? It's just like I shouldn't say that. It's like the exact same thing as having kids when you're not ready, except they just can't speak English. You know what I mean? Or like they just don't talk the same language as us, right? Um, I think that I think that animals can be redonkulously smart. I don't think it's an intelligence thing at all. Thank you for saying that, Izzy. Izzy says, I think that being honest about your feelings regarding pets is a form of love for them. So many people getting pets on a whim later send them to shelters, which is tragic. That's like the worst case scenario, dude. I guess the worst case scenario is we develop like a destructive relationship and then, I cause trauma, right? But the shelter is not much better. Girlfriends do not make good pets. That is a definite distinction there. That is a definite distinction. Thank you for saying that, Kristen. Oh, Blake, you're such a sweetheart. Blake says any woman would be lucky to have you, Spanx. Just walk around the mall for a little bit. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Maybe I need to go back to sleep, Blake. It's all good, man. I'm right there with you. I think I'm gonna run today into the ground, though. I'm just gonna go hard in the paint, and then when I hit the pillow, it'll be Z's immediate. I feel like I need to do yoga immediately. I feel so wound up. So wound up. It's crazy. Sometimes I consider doing yoga with you guys. I don't know what's stopping me. All I do is like half um, sunrise salutations, just kind of like a half speed sunrise, you know? You got a three-legger conversation with Christy? The first time I saw that, it broke my heart. The second time I saw that, it filled me with hope and courage. I tell you what. I wonder if I should just bust into some yoga right now. We can do a little teaser and then maybe we do yoga videos at some time, depending on how it's received. What do you think? What do you think? My initial concern with doing yoga is this is the setup, right? I would move that table and maybe center the rug too, so that the camera angle is better. But I would be doing yoga on the rug, and the microphone is over here. So giving instructions is going to be strange. Like walking you through it, it's going to be strange. But we can definitely try it out. I also think that there's a way to move this microphone closer without too much hassle, which is really the key here, is to not screw the setup up, right? I will totally get the chucks out. I'm between sets of poi right now. Zenwen, I will commit to doing some chair yoga. I just need to educate myself on it first. I'll have to do some chair yoga alone, not on camera, because I've never done chair yoga. I am familiar. I know about it because I have a bunch of hippie yoga-y type friends, like really, really good friends that are really into yoga. So like I know about it, but I'm gonna have to like do a session or two by myself, and then I'm gonna commit to do some chair yoga for you. All right. Um, Makes me want you to vacuum and mop the floors. I definitely need to mop the floors and vacuum. I tell you what. I need like a good vacuum though. I have this I bought this on Temu for like $10. Needless to say, not the best. And it looked a lot bigger in the picture. I tell you what, I thought I was gonna get this like this thing. I got this thing, you know? So I have thought about this as well, Izzy. I haven't brought myself to do it. I have some friends that I think would be really good at doing videos like that, and I told them about it, and they didn't seem as excited as I was. So maybe it's up to you, dude. Midnight Show, member for 3 months. Love you, boat fam. Well, we love you, Midnight Show. Thanks for being here with us. You know, Blake, that is very apt. That is a very astute observation. People always talk about yoga being prayerful poses, and I, for one, never saw the difference between yoga and kata, which is like a string of poses. I used to do the kata in all the katas in karate when that was like what I was good at, I guess. I remember in the brown belt kata, it was like you were fighting in close quarters in your mind, right? So like it was a lot of like here and like here. And I remember there was just one part in the kata where I had to like turn around 90 degrees and like run and jump and like bring my shit down on somebody. It was so cool. It was the best kata of all time. And then I started getting into trouble and I stopped going to karate. So I never got my black. And my instructor withheld my third degree stripe because I had been acting up. So I don't even know if I was third degree technically. I have regrets about that. My sensei saw special stuff in me and gave me his personal brown belt from when he was a kid. This thing was tattered. This thing had seen some butt whoop, I tell you. He gave me his own personal brown belt, and then I left the dojo like a jerk. And I took the brown belt with me. I mean, wow. You know what I mean? I mean, I was like 10 years old, but still, wow. My parents were dope heads, but still, wow. You know what I mean? I could go back. I know the guy's name. In fact, I remember we used to do classes at the Cottonwood Heights Rec Center where I lived in Salt Lake. I did not know that, Izzy. I'm going to go check you out. Izzy says that she shares tutorials every Tuesday. The links are in the Insta section on Discord. Judo is super cool. I'm super into stuff like that. I believe judo is like using other people's momentum against them. I'm sure it's more complicated than that, but my dad was in possession of it when he was down and dirty. So I don't know what happened to it, but I will ask him. I assume it's gone with the Matchbox cars and with all the good stuff. It's probably where they went, wherever that is. Although, I mean, I got the China, I got the Noritake blue set. So, and that's like it's probably not worth as much as the Matchbox, but it's worth money. So maybe, and he didn't get rid of it. So maybe the brown belt still exists. I know it did exist for a long time. I can't imagine like he probably either let it go or it still has it. One of the two. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mara. Dang. That's friggin' rough. In cahoots. No, but I'll check it out. Life's good. Good to see you, Millie. Anik, good to see you. Good to see you. Good luck with your lawn. It was Shotokan. I was going to say that. My brain told me to say that like 3 times, and I was like, go away. There was 2 words though. There was another word, something Shotokan, or maybe it was Shotokan Ryu. That might be what it was. Shoot, now I'm going to Google it. It is Shotokan Ryu was what I studied for sure. Interesting. Very historic style, it seems. Also, what Ryu, it's funny that you realize this afterwards. The character Ryu from Street Fighter, he fights Shotokan Ryu, which is a combination of, let's see what it said, a combination of Shorei Ryu and Shorin Ryu, which were both Okinawan karate styles traditionally. And they were combined by Gichin Funakoshi. Probably butchering his name, but dude's the father of Shotokan Ryu. Yeah, dude, for real. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot. I just remember what I remember, you know? Kind of miss it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, like the stylistic, all of our stuff was like low and tight. Just like everything was about efficiency and purpose and like fluidity and like, yeah, everything was it was very interesting the way that they put it together, I have to say. Now you got me thinking about it, Blake. Good talk, dude. Good talk. So I've decided not to do yoga right this second, but you know, I think I will play around with some recordings though. There's nothing wrong with that. I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, if I had videos up that continually got viewed, I think that would be really cool to offset the lives that get a bunch of views and then kind of fall off, right? So I don't know. Plus, the video format you can do such different things with, right? So we can sit here and connect and talk, and like that's the whole purpose of the live. But if I want to, I don't know, I think for certain topics and certain points, like a video might be better, right? Something that people can just watch on their own time. Like for yoga, for example, stuff that's more about physical motion, I think is good for a video. I also have, check this out. I know Jason P has seen this, but I also have this gimbal. I can put my phone in here and set it down, and I can set it to follow me. So I can even do stuff that's like in multiple different camera angles. Like it'll do 360 up, down. Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked to utilize that. I've been meaning to make videos, but you know, I say this a lot. I just wanted to focus on the foundation of the boat, make sure that I know what's going on, make sure that I'm good, and you know, there's no worries. And I definitely feel solid. I definitely don't feel like, you know, I feel like I got this. So especially after the whole safe harbor thing, that made me feel a lot better after going through that fire. So I'm confident everything's going to be great. Yeah, shout out to Jason P, my main man. But yeah, so I think we can start doing other things. Look out for Night Yard either tonight or tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet. I guess it depends on what my dad and Reese want to do today. And got a lot of ripples coming up today. 1 p.m. Pacific, Jen Marie between the cracks. 5 p.m. Mary Jones, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing some other stuff, but we'll get it announced, put up. Oh, my brain. Yeah, so I can start doing interviews. Maybe next week we can get a Terra interview going. I would like to interview my buddy Jake, who does the website stuff for us, and honestly, I talk with him about boat stuff so frequently. He's been a large contributor to the boat, just without being like without directly contributing. Um, so I would like to get his story is an interesting one too. He's an ex heroin addict, and I don't want to tell his story for him, but I'd like to get him on here to interview him as well. It was also brought to my attention yesterday that we don't really do a lot of stuff for the boys. Shout out to my boys. But yeah, the dudes. We have a definitely predominantly female audience, but I think we're gonna do some stuff for the dudes, for the boys out there. I want to talk to some of my guys and see. I don't know who's comfortable on a camera, who wants to be on, who doesn't. But I'm gonna get with Jason and Russ and I'm gonna forget some people now. I shouldn't have started naming people, but like LKF and Ben Bacon Bits, and we'll start talking to folks, Matrix, and see who wants to be on camera, who doesn't, and then maybe I'll even just do some topics that will serve the boys a little better. Because I don't think that we do that a lot. We don't cater to the boys at all, really. And someone told me to share the love the other day, and she happened to be a girl. So shout out to Conversations with Christy and Tara Smiling and my whole squad over there. Carol, all my ripples. The guys are here just for the girls. Lol, you're so funny, Brazy. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think that that's the case. That is kind of how the world works. Y'all have something that we need. You know what I mean? Y'all have something that we need. Oh yeah, that's right. Rick Smith. That's right. How could I forget? He's right in front of me. Shout out to Rick Smith. I will definitely say hi to Reese and Tommy for you. And on that note, hit the like, subscribe, and bell for notifications. I think I'm going to get off and call them and wake them up if they're still in bed. Walk with your boys. No, but I'm about to look it up. Yeah, the guys need connection too. Yeah, we love our boys. For the boys, for the dogs, for my dogs, you know? There's a bunch of channels I didn't even know existed. Kristen, you have your own channel? Where have I been under a rock? I'm going to do a tour one of these days of all the channels because I keep finding out about channels I didn't know about. This is wonderful. This is a revelation. Shout out to Kristen, Melinda, Zen Wen. All right, guys, I am totally going to get out of here, even though it's so hard for me to do so. Love you.